So it happened. CM Punk finally stepped foot inside the octagon, and the conclusion was not very pretty. I feel the need to record this Raw format video. We're going to cover it on this week's episode. Remember, the podcast is now being switched to Wednesdays to cover Raw, SmackDown, in this case, Backlash. But after 2 years, CM Punk left the WWE. He went out to pursue the impossible, right? At 37 years old, most people were saying this is insane, this is ridiculous. How is this even happening? He stepped foot inside the octagon, and the result was very, very ugly. I mean, the man got no offense from the very beginning. You could see the light at the end of the tunnel. And as a wrestling fan, I got slightly emotional simply because it's somebody from our bubble, right? Somebody from the wrestling bubble tried really hard to leave that bubble, go somewhere else, and I don't think it was really his intention to represent wrestling and prove the naysayers, but for us it was. For us it was like, here's the wrestler going over there to your field, and hopefully he does well. But he really didn't do that, but he battled a talented 24-year-old. And all I can really say is that the speech at the very end speaks volumes. We even sent out tweets that, this was very ugly. But he went out there and did something that most of us would not do. And that, put this into perspective. We can send out the tweets, right? There's somebody watching this right now that probably was thinking like, Punk, you're stupid. Why are you doing this? He probably heard that every single day for the past 2 years. Despite all that, he still stepped foot inside that octagon. He still really tried to pursue that. And despite the unfortunate result for him, we saw that CM Punk is still committed. He said that this was his second favorite night in his life aside from marrying AJ Lee, which we obviously also love as wrestling fans. And an incredible motivational speech where, so what? He got his ass kicked. He got in there. I want to get your reactions about this. It's so unfortunate. Not honestly because he lost, not because of any of that, but because I think that a lot of people will take this as like, haha, wrestling fans, you guys are stupid. Like, your Punk tried to go in here. He got his ass kicked. Wrestling's fake. Wrestling's dumb. This man has suffered through so many injuries, a cracked skull throughout his wrestling history, and a lot of MMA fans will completely disregard that and just see it as the man that got his ass kicked by a really talented fighter. So just to summarize, I am incredibly proud of CM Punk. I know that all three of us are. I'm curious as to what his next fight is going to look like. He mentioned that this is not the end for him, and that I'm wondering, is anybody going to outreach? Does this change his path as like, hey, maybe you're not done with wrestling? I don't think he's going to be back on a full-time basis, but what about something rather than nothing? Drop a comment with your reactions to the fight, about the next steps that are going to follow, and just think about the image. And I'm still like emotionally feeling this where, after the cutting to the replay there, you saw his face where he was like in the verge of tears, if not tearing up. He was busted up, his ear, his eyebrow, and just think about that. He didn't need to do this. At 37 years old, the man is probably set for life. Yet he still went out there and did that. So once again, drop a comment with all that. If you like this video, if you like the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, check out the podcast. Available now every single Tuesday. Yes, we are switching dates. And stay tuned tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this, because I will be providing a review for WWE Backlash right after the show. So that's it. No fancy graphics. I'm just posting this directly after recording, because I felt the obligation as a wrestling fan to really talk about this, because it's something that we never thought would actually happen. We joked about this so much, it finally happened. So thank you for watching this, and see you after Backlash.